Welcome everybody to game number 2 between ACCM and Klavskis, semi-final of the Red Cup high brackets. So they start with the Dome of Rock, Nomad starts, seems to be some wood, some gold, stone, gold and walls. So it's a Nomad start with arena, you would say. Ethiopians, Portuguese, both seven villagers. 2 boars, some deer. It looks like a pretty standard resource here, except for 2 berry patches instead of 1. Let's look at the map for Klavskis here. Ooh, what is this town center placement from Klavskis? Where are his resources? Oh, all of his resources are over here. Well, I mean, the reason I thought it was bad was because it was so close to the walls, but on the other hand, it's still on the wood line and it's on the deer, so he's not going to have to mill the deer. That's good by him. But that means that his resources here, the gold and stone, are a bit exposed if ACCM goes for early aggression in the castle age with, for example, monks or something. Resource position, think it's slightly better for ACCM here. Quickly trying to go and try to locate the boars from Klavskis. He has 1 boar inside, and where's the second boar? Oh, the second boar is so far away, he will not be able to lure this one into his town center. So I think he will be taking only 1 boar versus ACCM, who should be able... Well, the second boar is far away as well. So I think both players are only going to take 1 boar if they can scout it, of course. Boar not being in the line of sight. Players also not starting with scout or anything. And oh my god, I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Look at the resources. It's deathmatch resources. Why did I not see this? I did not see this in time. It's deathmatch resources. And both players were already making lumber camps. And ACCM dropping down a lot of houses. He does have his 2 buildings clicking up immediately. Same for Klavskis here. Klavskis actually making 3 barracks. So normally in the deathmatch start on the Red Cup, you want to make a lot of barracks, start making militia, go up to the village, get the upgrades. So you go for champion line. But I feel with the walls, I think it might be better to go for archers like our knights instead. I think Ethiopians, Portuguese, Ethiopian crossbows are going to be really strong here. Portuguese, well, they get a decent amount of options. It looks like ACCM wants to build a dock here. Well, the resources, he could get cannon galleon, which would really help out here in the dock to secure a lot of map space. Don't know why he's collecting resources again. I would just constantly be making houses. And Klavskis actually deleting his walls. Can't really say that I like that decision from Klavskis to delete the walls. ACCM's dog might be denied here. ACCM getting the eco upgrades. All of the economy upgrades coming in for ACCM. And he's just going for a fast castle. I think this is a correct idea. You will be safe behind the walls. Go for a fast castle and maybe go for a castle and your unique units. Ethiopians, what could you do in the castle age? I still feel like archer line could be proper spawns, but if he goes for arbalest, he should be making ranges and archers at this point. He could go for Leech Hotel. They do create really fast, so with deathmatch resources that could really help out for him. And then we have Klavskis here. Actually, the first one to click up the castle age. And he is getting man-at-arm upgrades. If you look at his military count, already 15 military for him. And now he's adding in ranges. Portuguese, let's check this if to get champions, so we could keep making the infantry line to go into champions. Could also go for arbalest or hand cannon. And unique units, organ guns, don't think you're going to see those. We go ACCM building a castle. Where is ACCM building his castle? Let me check. Don't really see castle foundation at this point, or was it Klavskis that was making the castle? No, it did say it was ACCM, right? Klavskis, he's just making infantry, getting the upgrades as well, making fort ranges. So he has a really big army here. Oh, but I'm not seeing the castle. Maybe he clicked it away. I don't know. So now, a lot of ranges, blacksmith coming up for ACCM. He will be going for crossbows. Dude, I don't know, man. I have the feeling that the game is like slower than usual. Normally, when you watch a recording at 75% speed, it should be the same speed as in the game. Oh, we were only at 50. My bad, I'm an idiot. So I was correct, but it's being slower. Stable here from Klavskis. Don't know why he would be making stable. I think he just needs to make more ranges and barracks. And when he gets to castle age, make some siege workshops or to batter down the walls here. But look how fast the gate will go down. And when he gets all the upgrades like arson and stuff, it's going to be really huge for him. Now ACCM just doesn't have enough military production buildings. Look at the population, 12 versus 44 population. Okay, so ACCM is doing a great idea here, walling behind, and Klavskis is actually making towers to try and deny the walls coming up from ACCM. Do feel like the towers are not going to be in time, so the walls, the re-walls, will go up for Klavskis, and he just needs to pass up. Actually going for University Monastery, so he is going for a pretty fast Imperial Age. As you can see here, 2 blacksmiths from R.E.D. 3 blacksmiths actually. I think it's still a good idea because with that much resources you can just get all your upgrades as soon as possible. And ACCM, look at this galley here in the middle of the lake helping out a bit. Looking at the units that he has queued up, he doesn't have that much queued up actually. He's going for second TC. Oh, but he opened it here. Oh no, ACCM, ACCM. This one long sword is going to get inside and might pick off villagers. But he does have loom. And gate is down. Gate is down. And still no siege for Klavskis. Let's see if he's making some siege here. Get one mega being created. Imperial Age coming in for ACCM. So if maybe he can hold for long enough. And with Imperial upgrades he could fight it back, but I feel like he needs more army for it. Does have Ethiopian crossbows, they do fire faster. So if he can get arbalest, get more range, then he can outrange Red's units and start killing them. But there will be a defensive castle. Well, I mean an aggressive castle, but castle here will protect Red's units. Castle from ACCM, and his army is actually on the right hand side here. More town centers coming up that's trying to go for 3 TCs. Let's look if he's making showtels. He's making showtels, trying to go for another castle here. That's a pretty good castle placement, I think, because this one will protect his villagers, so it will go up. And showtells, like I said, they can react very fast, so it could help out to hold here. Now the thing is, what's he going to do with all these archers? He's getting masonry as well to get extra defense on his buildings, but he's just going to attack the gate, and needs to pay attention because Red is coming forward with his military and just want to go back. But now Arson's coming in. That's an attack we should have seen a bit sooner, because arson means that the infantry units can take down buildings a lot faster. Shotel's going out to kill the mangonel, so the villagers can try to get the castle up. Not a lot of upgrades. Where are the blacksmiths? Only one blacksmith for ACCM here, so he's only getting one upgrade at a time. Meanwhile, Klavskis is getting like 2-3 upgrades at a time, which means that all of his units are almost fully upgraded at this point. Well, fully upgraded for the castle age, that is. Bracer, Arbalest, Chemistry. Let's look now. This could be an important fight here. Needs to kill a lot of units. Still doesn't have Arbalest. Staking. Oh, pretty efficient trades, I would say, since he has more armor and more range. Yeah, look at that now. Arbalest coming in. And he's just destroying so many units here from Red. So guild def is in favor of ACCM. He was soon up to Imperial Age. Is already starting to trap down the castle here. Might kill this mangonel. Yes, picking off a mangonel for free. And now he's coming over here with the Arbalest to clean up the longswords from Red. So yeah, that's a lot of dead infantry units for Red. And let's look at the resources here. Still 4k gold and over 10k food in the woods. And if we look at Klavskis, a lot less resources, so he does have more military, but he used up a lot of resources, and I felt like ACCM did a good job at holding and keeping his military alive. As you can see, he only lost 17 units compared to the 65 units that have died for Red so far. Yeah, and like this, you don't want to fight longswords versus Arbalest. Arbalest is just going to chew up these longswords pretty fast. Really needs to go back until he gets all the upgrades for champion. And yeah, there we go. Actually calling the GG now. So the thing here is he tried to do a lot of early damage, and ACCM was able to hold because of the walls, and now he has the better army. Almost didn't lose any military units, which means that he has still more resources like the gold left. And like I said, I mean, Ethiopian Imperial Age, I think I would favor it over the Portuguese. Yeah, that was another really quick game. Let's take a look at the achievements here. Yeah, KD 70 to 80, really good. Double the army size for Klavskis, but yeah, when he wasn't able to get inside with his infantry, then they're kind of useless later on in the game. Yeah, look at this here. So if you look at the map here, it would seem that ACCM is losing really hard here. Well, because of a deathmatch start, that's also different than usual.